I would like to first warmly thank the rapporteur for her draft report. It is indeed a very good basis for us to start the negotiations, and it clearly highlights the main priority of this report, which is a clear and concrete way to phase out Russian fossil fuels. That is a top priority, and I'm happy that during the first shadow meeting we saw that 6 out of the 8 political groups, so the 6 groups representing more than 80% of the European Parliament, all agreed on the necessity to immediately phase out Russian fossil fuels. Indeed, this report is happening in a specific context where we need to learn the lessons from the Russian war of aggression on Ukraine and how Russia has been weaponizing energy to divide us. I'm thinking about the debates we had in this house on Nord Stream a couple of years ago, but also how Vladimir Putin understands the way he can weaponize energy and directly target through cyber attacks, through military attacks, on the energy system in Ukraine. And I was myself, together with other MEPs in Kyiv, in Ukraine 3 weeks ago to do just that, to learn from the Ukrainians how Russia is attacking them and how Russia might or may attack us directly in the near future. So the priorities for me and for the Social Democratic Group is first phasing out Russian fossil fuels. And I want to be clear, we know that among EU leaders there's at least one traitor, Viktor Orban, but we know also that there are other leaders that maybe sometimes talk like Winston Churchill, but act like Neville Chamberlain, and I'm thinking of the President of the French Republic, since I am French myself. And therefore we as parliamentarians need to show in a big show of unity that when we do speak like Winston Churchill, we actually intend to also act like Winston Churchill, and therefore we need to stop importing Russian energy now. The second priority for my group is energy efficiency. We know that the best way for us to be energy secure is to reduce energy demand. We've been doing that for more than actually 2 decades through a lot of legislation, smart regulation, but also investment coming from the public and the private sector. And so we Europeans need to play to our strength and become even more energy efficient. Third priority, renewable energy is freedom energy. Vladimir Putin and Donald Trump are 2 bullies who have the power to cut gas supply to Europe. But none of them have the power to stop the wind from blowing in Gdansk or the sun from shining in Madrid or even today in Brussels. And therefore we need to invest in all forms of renewable energy, obviously wind and solar PV, but also solar heat, biomass, geothermal, ocean energy, osmotic energy, all those energy sources that are relevant for our present and for our future. Fourth and final point, we need to act in a spirit of European solidarity, especially when facing energy security threats and using market-based principle, but also national cooperation in order to make sure that when the next energy crisis will hit us, we will be more prepared. And so, and I'm ending on that, the spirit of the Social Democratic Group is to work with all pro-European and pro-democratic political groups in this report to send a clear message is that we Europeans are stronger together.